On the 24th of July, 1783, as the first light of dawn pierced the horizon of Caracas, Venezuela, Simón Bolívar was born into a world on the brink of change. In a colonial home, his arrival was the beginning of a life that would become deeply entwined with the destiny of South America. Growing up amidst the verdant landscapes and colonial influences of Caracas, young Bolívar was nurtured on stories of liberty and justice, the seeds of which would flourish into a towering vision for a continent's freedom. This narrative follows the journey of Simón Bolívar from his roots in Venezuela to his destiny as the liberator of South America. Simón Bolívar's early life was marked by both privilege and personal tragedy within the landscapes of Venezuela under Spanish rule. Born into a prominent Creole family, his life was soon overshadowed by loss, with the death of both parents by the time he was just 9, entrusting him to the care of a series of tutors. These formative years were crucial, not just in shaping Bolívar's character, but also in preparing him for future challenges. Educated initially in Venezuela and later in Spain, he showed a lukewarm interest in traditional studies, instead becoming intrigued by the revolutionary changes sweeping Europe. During his first visit to Europe, Bolívar married Maria Teresa, bringing her back to Venezuela with hopes for a new beginning. Tragically, less than a year after their return, Maria Teresa died from an illness, leaving Bolívar widowed and profoundly affected. This personal tragedy deeply influenced his life, propelling him towards the independence movement. Motivated by his loss and growing commitment to liberty, Bolívar soon became a central figure in the quest for South American freedom. Following the heartbreaking loss of his wife, Maria Teresa, a bereaved Bolívar sought solace and perspective far from the shores of his homeland, embarking on a journey back to Europe. Over several years, from Madrid to Paris and beyond, he delved into the continent's revolutionary heart. The pivotal years spent absorbing Enlightenment ideals and witnessing the outcomes of the French Revolution profoundly influenced his ideologies, preparing him for the role of a revolutionary leader upon his return to a simmering Venezuela. By 1804, Paris became his crucible of enlightenment, where the revolutionary zeal of liberty, equality, and fraternity reshaped his worldview. Among many influences from this time, a fortuitous meeting with Alexander von Humboldt left a lasting impression, inspiring his views on colonialism. After years of intellectual and cultural immersion across Europe, Bolívar returned to a Venezuela on the brink of revolution, now resolved to pivot from observer to a key protagonist in South America's liberation. But before his triumphs, Bolívar faced significant setbacks, including early military defeats that led to periods of exile. These moments of adversity were critical, teaching him invaluable lessons in resilience and strategy, shaping the determined leader he would become. Back in Caracas by 1807, after his time in Europe and a brief stay in the United States that added another layer to his understanding of independence and governance, Bolívar was met with a society on the edge of revolt. He quickly aligned himself with revolutionary circles, drawing on his experiences to advocate for Venezuelan independence. This period marked Bolívar's transformation from an observer of European revolutions to an active participant in his country's struggle for sovereignty. Frustrated by the lack of political and social mobility, and driven by the injustices he witnessed, Bolívar became increasingly engaged with the cause of independence. The narrative of Bolivar's revolution is incomplete without the stalwarts who stood by him, turning tides and making history together. Among these was Antonio José de Sucre, a brilliant strategist whose victories at pivotal battles were instrumental in securing independence for several South American countries. Then there was José de San Martín, another giant of the independence movement, whose collaboration with Bolívar symbolized the unity of purpose across the continent. Equally pivotal was Manuelita Sáenz, Bolívar's partner and revolutionary peer. Beyond saving Bolívar's life, Sáenz was instrumental in spy networks and served as a political advocate for the liberation cause. Her contributions went beyond the personal, impacting the broader revolutionary efforts across South America. While Bolívar forged alliances, the path was not without its ideological and strategic disagreements, underscoring a complex unity among the leaders of the independence movement. As we journey further with Simón Bolívar, every like, share, and comment shapes our exploration. Subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments below. Together, we'll uncover the hidden wonders of the world. Through the dense jungles and over the towering Andes, Bolívar led his forces against the Spanish with strategic prowess. Noteworthy was the Admirable campaign leading to the liberation of large portions of Venezuela, and the legendary crossing of the Andes before the decisive victory at the Battle of Boyata. These actions, emblematic of Bolívar's military genius, systematically dismantled Spanish control, proving that strategic guerrilla warfare and passionate leadership could indeed defeat a seemingly insurmountable empire. Facing the seasoned armies of the Spanish Empire, commanded by the likes of Pablo Murillo, Bolívar's fight for independence was not just a battle against military forces, but a struggle against centuries of colonial rule. These were strategic victories that broke the back of Spanish resistance, showcasing Bolívar's adept use of guerrilla tactics and psychological warfare to inspire his troops and unsettle the Spanish forces. The Spanish crown, with Ferdinand VII at the helm, aimed to quash these uprisings, sending vast resources to reclaim their territories. However, Bolívar, leveraging both the rugged landscape and the fervent desire for freedom among his compatriots, managed to outmaneuver and outlast his opponents, while also facing their own setbacks and defeats. Through sheer determination and tactical brilliance, Bolívar managed to secure significant victories, such as the pivotal crossing of the Andes, which would become legendary. Each success was not just a step towards independence, but a demonstration of a new era dawning for South America, one where liberty was within reach. Caracas, the birthplace of Simón Bolívar, remained a symbol of revolutionary fervor throughout the struggle for independence. Control of the city fluctuated, and Bolívar's returns to Caracas were moments of both triumph and strategic recalibration, reflecting the city's and the revolution's fluctuating fortunes amidst a turbulent fight for independence. These events highlighted the city's transformation from a colonial capital to a beacon of resistance, mirroring Bolívar's evolution from a visionary to an emblematic leader. Bolívar's vision for a unified South America took its most concrete form in the creation of Gran Colombia in 1819. This bold political experiment aimed to consolidate Colombia, Venezuela, Panama, and Ecuador into a single nation, aspiring to bring stability, unity, and strength to the newly independent territories. Gran Colombia represented Bolívar's hope for not just independence from colonial rule, but the foundation of a democratic, sovereign continent. While Gran Colombia momentarily stood as a beacon of unity and democratic aspirations. Internal and external pressure, regional nationalism, economic difficulties, and Bolivar's waning influence led to its dissolution. The dream of a unified Latin America, though unfulfilled, underscored the complexities of nation building and governance post-independence. In the twilight of his life, Bolivar witnessed the fracturing of the dream he fought so hard to realize. Resigning from his political positions, he planned to leave for Europe, disillusioned by the political turmoil of the independent states. However, Simón Bolívar died on December 17, 1830, at the age of only 47, in Santa Maria, Colombia, his final years marked by poverty and isolation. However, Simón Bolívar's quest for independence radically transformed the landscape of Latin America, laying the foundations for the sovereignty of not just Venezuela, but also Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Panama, and Bolivia, a country that proudly bears his name. His audacious campaigns dismantled the Spanish Empire's hold over these lands, birthing nations united under the banner of liberty. Today, Bolivar's legacy is immortalized across these countries, with cities, currencies, and monuments dedicated to his memory, celebrating his pivotal role in their histories. Yet, Bolivar's legacy is not without its complexities. Critics have pointed to his autocratic tendencies and the political turmoil that followed independence as challenges to his vision of democratic governance. Despite these criticisms, his aspirations for a united, free Latin America continues to inspire. In Caracas, where his journey began, Bolivar remains a towering figure of national pride and a reminder of Venezuela's critical role in the fight for continental freedom. His story encourages us to pursue a better world, driven by the principles of liberty and solidarity he championed. Simón Bolívar's epic quest reshaped South America, leaving a legacy of liberation that echoes worldwide. Beyond the battles and political upheavals, his vision for democracy and unity lights the way for future generations. Today, Bolivar's ideals challenge us to champion freedom and justice, proving that the spirit of El Libertador still drives the global march towards a more equitable and united future. For more captivating adventures and explorations of incredible places around the world, don't forget to click the video on screen now. Your next journey awaits. Happy travels!